I'm also a teacher here in China. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. And yeah, yesterday we talked about how I ended up in China. Just a quick recap. Basically, because of my ex-husband, we were married at the time, and he had gotten a scholarship to teach in China. Now, I ended the video. Now, if you want to go through how I ended up here, you can watch that previous live. But I ended the video by telling you guys, don't come. There's a reason why you don't come on a spousal visa. Now, I came on a work visa, a Z visa, it's called. And that takes quite a long process. It's like about 3 months. I'm not sure how long the spousal visa takes. However, my paperwork was taking quite long, and my husband at the time, he was like, well, just so you don't get stuck in the Bahamas, which is where I was living and which is where he is from, he said, you know what, I'm going to prepare. One thing I will say, he's really good with preparing and thinking ahead and foresight. So that was really good. He was like, why don't we just prepare the documents just in case you have to get a spousal permit or a spousal visa? And I was against it. I don't even know why I was pretty much against it, because I knew, one, I wanted to work, because there are reasons why you don't want to get a spousal visa. And I'll go into it quickly now. Basically, you can't work. Yeah, you can't work. Yeah. Well, you can't work legally. Just saying. I'm sure there are people who figure out ways. But I knew I would not be able to work. I wouldn't be able to go apply for jobs and under a spousal visa. I'm sure I would have been able to switch to a Z visa or a work visa eventually, but I knew I did not want to come to China and then be like twiddling my thumbs. And I would also have to rely on him with regard to money, and his stipend was like 500, not even 500. Well, now it's like 400. That's about 400 USD a month for the both of us, guys. Seriously. How much sense did that make? It made zero sense whatsoever. So basically, I was fighting tooth and nail to make sure that my Z visa got sorted. And I think he was also concerned, which I think is fair. He was also concerned that I would be in his mother's house, because we had moved out of the apartment that we were staying in, living in the Bahamas. And just before he left, it's just to like transition out of the Bahamas, we moved back in with his mom. And I think he was concerned that I would have been staying with his mom while trying to figure things out until I moved to China. So, I mean, I understood that. So that's why he prepared the spousal visa stuff, just in case the work visa stuff didn't work out. And I think, too, okay, for me at least, I was afraid of scams in China because I was in all these forums and I was reading up how to figure out a school is legit. I was like, geez, you have to figure out all these things. And if a school offers you a tourist visa, they're definitely not a legit school. I made sure that I did not, if a school ever even made a peep about me getting a tourist visa to come to China, I was like, next. So I had to constantly be vetting schools, trying to figure out, and even the school that I came to China with, even them, I think they were doing some shady stuff. So I think something was off with them. So the first school, actually, maybe this is another video, I'll tell you where I moved to, my first school I moved to, and what my experience was like teaching at that school. It was a public school. And, but definitely, if you're coming to China, I don't think it's a very good idea to try to live under a spousal visa. Get a job at work too. You could make money, because think about it. I would not have been able to travel as much as I have been able to travel based on him having me coming on a spousal visa, him and his $400 stipend for the both of us. Yes, we would have had to stay a place to stay. I don't even think. he would we would get a bigger place, and based on, because was on a student in the student dorms, and he said if I came on a spousal visa, then he could apply for a bigger place. I don't know how true that was, but thank God I didn't do that, because I was able to work, save, and travel. You have like decent money to live comfortably if you want to. I was able yeah, I was able to really build a life here that I don't think I would have been able to build if I was under a spousal visa. And I have actually met women in China with a spousal visa, and you could see that I mean, not just see, but they've had conversations with me where they shared how difficult it is to have to depend on your husband. And for them, they are banking on the fact that their husband will always be giving and kind, and their husbands have jobs, and that they will always be giving them a stipend or whatever. And or having to ask their husband for money. So I don't think I would have had a good quality of life. I don't think I would have felt comfortable being in that position, to not be able to afford the things I wanted or wanted to do. So, I mean, if I wanted to take trips around China or even outside of China, I would not have been able to do any of that. Spend If I made friends, I wouldn't have been able to afford to go out and have casual dinners with them. Like, man, I don't even, it would have been depressing. And I was already depressed when I moved to China while working. Like, that's a whole different story. So I will get to that at some point. So I think I'll wrap it up here. Guys, if you have any questions about me living in China, please post it below. Hit the like button. Some of you have been smashing that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new. But thank you so much for watching. I see you guys watching. You guys aren't commenting, but I see the views. They're coming in, and I do appreciate it. But I definitely want to see comments from you. What you want to see more. But I'm going to continue the story and the trajectory of where this is going. I like where this is going. So my next video, I think I will talk about what it was like, maybe to get in, what like me. Blah, 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 sorry. This is live. It's not that easy. Anyways, yeah, I will talk about what it was like coming to China the first time, the new school. So there's a lot that we can go into with regard to my experience with moving to China. All right, peace out. I'm out. Bye.